Good morning to all. Myself, Anguraju from Kongunadu College of Engineering and Technology. Today, let me discuss about the topic switching and packet switching. So first, we have to discuss about switching. So switching is the process of to transfer the information from source to destination by using switch devices. So switching having multiple types: circuit switching and packet switching. In circuit switching, the entire information that will be transferred by using the dedicated path. So in packet switching, you have to subdivide the entire information into small number of packets. Each and every packet that have to find out the shortest path between the source to destination. So by using this shortest path, they have to transfer the entire information from source to destination. So these packets are reassembled in the receiver end. So first, we have to discuss about switching. In packet switching is a switching technique, one of the switching technique in which the messages is sent in single gateway. So, but those information is subdivided into small number of pieces and they are sent in individual manner. So the messages splits into smaller pieces is known as packets. So, and packets are given a unique number to identify the order of at receiving it. Every packet contains some information in its headers, such as source address and destination address. So, because each and every packet that will be sent from source to destination, so you must mention the source MAC address and destination MAC address. So packets will be travel across the network, taking the shortest path as possible. So these packets are traveled through the multiple paths. Each and every packet, they have to find out the best path between the source to destination. That will be performed by using these routers. So all the packets are reassembled at the receiving end in correct order. So if any packet is missing or corrupted, then resend those messages once again. So then only you have to got a entire information at a receiver end. So if the correct order of the packet is reached, then the acknowledgement message will be sent to the corresponding sender. So then advantages of packet switching. So cost effective. First one is cost effective. Here switching devices do not require massive secondary storage to store the packets. So cost is minimized. So because each and every packet having small number of sizes, so here we have to do the store and forwarding technique. So whenever you have to transfer some packets from source to destination, so it will be stored within this intermediate networking devices, store and forwarding technique. So here it will store the data and then it will be forwarded to the next node. So then it will be moved to the corresponding receiver. So then second one is reliable. So if any node is busy, then packet can be rerouted. So the packet will be traveled from source to destination. So by using the shortest path. So at a particular path having more number of traffic means it will reroute the packets. Then only it will provide a reliable communication in between the source to destination. So last advantages is efficient. So it does not require any established path prior to transmissions. So previous transmission of data, you does not find out the dedicated path between the source to destinations. At the time of transferring, it will find a best path between the source to destination, that is called as efficient. And many users can use the same communication channel simultaneously. Then approaches of packet switching or types of packet switching. So packet switching having two types of packet switching. First one is datagram packet switching. Second one is virtual circuit packet switching. In datagram packet switching, each and every packet that will be considered as a packet. Okay, wow. So that is called as datagram packet switching. So it is a packet switching technology in which packet is known as datagram. So each packet contains the information about the destination and switch uses these informations to forward the packet to the correct destination. So by using the destination address, they have to transfer the packet from source to destination by using the switching devices. So the packets are reassembled at the receiving end in correct order. So because each and every packet that will be assigned a sequence number, those number is verified in the receiver end. So in this diagram, we have to discuss about the datagram packet switching. Here, source having number of systems and destination having number of systems. The source systems, they have to send the informations that will be subdivided into 4 packets. So numbers 4, 3, 2, 1, 4 packets. Each and every packet that have to transferred, so by using different paths. So here, so intermediate having number of routers. These routers, they have to decide the shortest path between the source to destinations. So by using shortest path, you have to find a shortest path, then it will be transferred from source to destination. So each and every packet that will be traveled through different paths. So, but all these packets received at the destination end in correct order. So after the receiving all the packets, it will send a positive acknowledgement to the corresponding source persons. So then followed by datagram packet switching. In datagram packet switching technique, the path is not fixed. So before transferring any packets, it will not find the dedicated path between the source to destinations. At the presence of mind, it will find the best path between the source to destination. So then, so intermediate nodes take the routing decisions to forward the packets. So intermediate node means here we have to mention about routers. So routers, it will find out the best path between the source to destinations. So after finding best path, it will forward the packets from source to destination. Datagram packet switching is also known as connectionless packet switching. So because it does not use the dedicated path between the source to destinations. So that's why we are calling as a connectionless switching. The second type of packet switching is virtual circuit packet switching. So virtual circuit switching is also known as connection oriented switching devices. So in datagram switching, they have to follow the connectionless services to transfer the information between the source to destinations. By using virtual circuit switching, in virtual circuit switching is also known as connection oriented switching. So in this case of virtual circuit switching, a virtual connection is established before the message or sent. So but in datagram packet switching, you does not establish the dedicated path from source to destination. So at the presence of time, you have to transfer the information from source to destination. But in virtual circuit packet switching, so before transferring any information from source to destination, so you have to establish the connection between the source to destination. After the connection establishment, you have to transfer the information from source to destinations. So then call request and call accepts packets are used to establish the connection between sender and receiver. So here you have to establish the connection by using call request and call accept. The call request that will be generated by the sender. So those call request is transferred to corresponding receiver. Though the receiver, they have to accept the call. So then only they will establish the connection between the source to destinations. After establishment of connections, you have to transfer the informations. So in this case, the path is fixed for duration of logical connections. So after transferring the entire information or after transferring the entire packet from source to destinations, so it will destroy the logical connections. So otherwise it will remain the logical connections. So while transferring the entire informations. This diagram having virtual circuit packet switching. Here you have to transfer the information from user A to user D. Means, so before transferring any information, so it will establish the connection between the source to destinations. So user A send a request call to the user D. So then user D, it will accept the call, then only it will form a physical connections. So after establishment of connections, it will transfer the information from user A to user D. So types of virtual circuits. So there are two broad classes of virtual circuits. So you have to form the virtual circuit by using two types. So first one is PVC, that is permanent virtual circuit. Here network administrator will configure the state. The virtual circuit is a permanent. the virtual circuit that will be generated or formed by using the system admin or administrator, that is called as permanent virtual circuit. So second type is SVC, that is switched virtual circuit. A host may set up and delete such a virtual circuit dynamically without the involvement of the network administrator. Here, the network administrator won't involve to establish the connection between the source to destinations. So at the time of transferring of data, so dynamically you have to establish the connection in between the source to destinations. That is called as switched virtual circuit. Thank you.